Alright, today we're going to talk about volume of prisms. Okay, there are different kinds of prisms. Two examples we're going to see today is a rectangular prism and a triangular prism. Alright, I define volume as the amount of space that is enclosed in a container. So we're trying to find the inside space in these prisms. The formula we're going to use today is volume equals capital B, base times height. So that capital B, you may look at this and say this looks a lot like our area formula. Okay, but area, what we've seen in the past, area equals base times height. The main difference is lowercase b, uppercase b. So in this case it was just base. Okay, in our new formula we have uppercase b means area of the base. So area of the base. Area. First is example A, volume of a rectangular prism. Okay, first step, I'm going to write my formula, volume equals base, area of the base times height. Alright, in this case, our base is a rectangle. Okay, obviously it's a rectangular prism, so this is our base. The bottom, I like to use the bottom rectangle. Okay, so our dimensions of our base, okay, this is obvious, is 10 on this side. Okay, what would be this length? Okay, is there anything we can use here to find that length? The 6. Okay, it should be the same here. So now we're going to go on to volume equals, big B would be 10 times 6. Area equals base times height, right? Right up at the top. Our height, the height of our prism. So from base to base, we see that our height is 5. From base to base, so from bottom to top in this situation is 5. And all we're going to do is PEMDAS rules. Volume equals 10 times 6 is 60. Times 5, volume equals 300. Okay, next example. B, this is now a triangular prism. Alright, so in a triangular prism, I always like to tell my kids that we're going to use the triangle as our base. Even though this square or rectangle is on the bottom, is facing the ground, we're going to use the triangle as our base. Okay, remember that. So write down my formula. Big B, same formula. Big B is still area of the base. The base is the triangle. Okay, so how do we find the area of a triangle? If you need to go back and look at your formula chart, go ahead. I'll write it down for you. Area equals base times height divided by 2. That's for our triangle. Okay, so I'm going to take that place of big B. Base times height divided by 2, still times height. Okay, so I've just swapped out my area formula for a triangle for big B because we know big B, or uppercase B, stands for area of the base. Alright, so let's plug in. So base times height, right here, base times height is the beginning of our area, triangle area formula. Okay, so I like to also tell my students that a quick way to recognize the base and the height of a triangle, of a right triangle, are the sides that make up that right angle. Okay, we know that opposite of the right angle is our hypotenuse. Okay, we won't be using this in the hypotenuse in this situation. Okay, so we use the two legs, the base and the height is 4 and 2. So 4 and 2. It's not really a big deal which one goes where. Okay, you're going to end up multiplying them regardless, so you'll get the same answer. Alright. And then replace our bottom, our denominator, with 2. Okay. And H, remember H, we said in the last one for the rectangular prism, the side that connects our two bases. So we've got a base triangle here that we just took, and on the opposite side we've got a base triangle here. Okay, so the line that connects those two with a measurement is here. Connect this base to this base, the two triangles, so our height is 8. Okay, now we're using our PEMDAS rules like normal. Okay, so anything inside the parenthesis, 4 times 2 is 8, divided by 2 is 4. So volume equals 4 times 8, and our volume is 32. Okay, most of this stuff is a lot of plugging in, making sure you have the right formula and plugging in those numbers. Okay, here's a larger view of both your examples. Alright, if you have any questions, let me know.